guys, it's Holly and welcome back to my book world. So for today's video, I'm going to be showing you 5 of my auto-buy authors. So these are authors that as soon as they release a book, I will be buying that book no matter what it is about, no matter what it is. Just I will be buying them because I love this author. Now whether I buy them in physical copy, because physical copies are expensive and I get super excited, or if I just own all of their books or most of their books on my iPad, still I consider it I own all of their books. There is one author that I haven't read all of the books of, but I still pick up every single book that she's released and I'm slowly working my way through. It's just because there's lots of books and I have a lot to read, and yeah. Anyways, let's just get into this video. What a weird day this is today. Anyways, with that being said, let's just get on into it. Anyways, the first author that I am absolutely going to buy no matter what has just recently had a new release. I have read every single one of their books, own every single one of their books, and I'm in love. I wouldn't say per se that I would marry him, but I would marry his books. Is that possible? Anyways, if you haven't guessed already, that author is John Green. Of course, he has his new release, Turtles All the Way Down, which I own a signed copy of. And then he also wrote The Fault in Our Stars, Paper Towns, An Abundance of Catherines, Looking for Alaska. Within, he also wrote, or co-wrote, Let It Snow and Will Grayson, Will Grayson. This being in my top 3, my top favorite, of course, is The Fault in Our Stars. The second is Looking for Alaska, and this is definitely the third top favorite, maybe even pushing second, but I don't think anything is going to beat The Fault in Our Stars because literally that was the first John Green book that I read, and it just has a special place in my heart. I just love the OCD representation within this book. It is fantastic, so if you haven't read this, pick this up. Other than that, my least favorite book of his is An Abundance of Catherines. It was, again, an enjoyable read, but it just wasn't as good as his others, must I say. But anyways, I will definitely always pick up his book, no matter what it is. Even if he wrote a one-page book with one word on it, I would buy it, and I'd read it. Even if the one word was the, I would still pick this author's books up, no matter what. I love him. I support him. Always. But anyways, if you haven't read this one, I definitely suggest picking it up, especially if you want a mental health read. This focuses on OCD, and it is fantastic. Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. And if you haven't read any of his other ones, I highly suggest picking up John Green. He is just wonderful. He has a way of expressing his teenagers to be very smart, and I like that because most authors dumb down teenagers. They're like, oh yeah, I'm a jock, and they just kind of dumb them down that they're not that smart. But John Green makes them so sophisticated and smart. I wish I had the vocabulary of half his characters because half the time I don't even know what they're saying, and I'm not even a teenager. I'm 21. Like, I wish I could talk as good as them. But I just like his wittiness as well. Perfect author. Check him out. The next author on my list is a new adult romance writer, and recently she has taken on a young adult romance contemporary type thing. I do not own all of her books in physical copy. This is the author that I own some of her books in physical copy and all of her books actually on my iPad, just because it is so hard to find her books within the bookstores that I have in the vicinity and closeness to where I live. So every time I see a new copy of her books that I don't own, I am definitely picking it up. But most bookstores around me have the same ones that I already own. Plus, I find that her paperbacks are a little bit pricey, like they're $22, and I would pay $22 for a hardcover, but not a paperback, so I usually like to wait and see if they go on sale. But if you haven't known, and if you can't guess yet, that is Colleen Hoover. I just love her writing. Yes, it's very simple, basically very simple, kind of the same adult romance reads, but I just love them. They're so cute. Oh my god, I just fell in love. The first book I ever read of Colleen Hoover's was Ugly Love. That will forever hold a kind spot in my heart. But this is my all-time favorite. It ends with us because of the writing. It is just perfect. I don't know. I just love that it's like a happy ending, but not the typical romance happy ending where the couple ends up together and they live happily ever after and they, whatever. I just love this book because it focuses on so much more than just a relationship. Like, of course there's problems within a relationship, there is romance in this, but the ending is just so unexpected almost, but kind of not. It's just, I don't know, it's just an ending that you don't see very often within young adult romance or even new adult romance. So this is, of course, a new adult romance. Her latest release is Without Merit. I have not read that yet, but I do own it on my iPad, as I said, just because I don't get it. These bookstores around me don't carry her books, and all the ones that they do carry I already own. So, like, and ordering on Amazon is so addicting. But I need to calm myself, so every month maybe I'll order one. I'm trying to collect them all. I'm trying so hard, but it is taking forever. But anyways, this is the next autobi author. I will always pick up her work or her writing. I will never not pick it up. I love her. I just eat her stories up so fast, and I just can't get enough. Colleen Hoover, please write more, and could you please write another story with In Ugly Love's, like, companion novel or something to do with that? Oh, or even this, like, the ending, I just want more from the characters. Anyways, this, like I said, is my second autobi author. Moving on to the third autobi author that I have to show to you is one that has a new book coming out on the 28th that I had to pre-order, so I'm super excited to get my hands on it because I will be reading that as soon as I get it. Like, I'm just gonna eat it like a sandwich, and I'm just gonna, I'm so excited. Anyways, that is E.L. James. Yes, it's a 50 Shades of Grey author. She wrote 50 Shades of Grey, 50 Shades Darker, 50 Shades Freed, and then Grey, which is the first book within Christian Grey's perspective. And then her newest release is called Darker, which is the last book in Christian Grey's perspective. And I am, like, super excited. You guys have no idea. I know there's problems with this writing. I know there's problems with the story. I know that it's not a good, healthy relationship within this story. But I just can't help myself. This is like an addictive candy that I just have to eat. It's almost like chocolate. Once you eat one piece, you just have to eat another, and then you have to eat another, and another, and another, and you just can't stop. It's the same with this story. I just can't stop. I know there's problems. I understand it, but I just can't get enough of the stories. They are just so, I don't know, I'm addicted almost. It's like a guilty pleasure read where you know it's awful, but you just have to read it. You just have to. Anyways, if you're not familiar with E.L. James, she is a new adult romance writer. She expresses the BDSM within 50 Shades of Grey. They have been turned into a movie franchise, which the last movie's coming out on Valentine's Day, and I might ditch my boyfriend to go see it by myself. Or maybe I'll drag my friend along with me, but that's enough of that. But I know there's problems with this, but I just, and if she writes anything outside of the 50 Shades of Grey, I will be picking that up just because I want to see where her writing takes her outside of the 50 Shades of Grey. Like I said, I own all of her books. I've read every single one, and I just, like I said, it's like chocolate. You eat one piece, you gotta eat it again. You read one book, I gotta read the next one, and I gotta pick up the next one and the next one. I just can't. I love it. Even though I'm probably like the only person who says that they love it. But I know it's problematic, and I know that. And I know I shouldn't rate it like 5 stars, but it's just addicting. Like, I don't know what it is. But anyways, this is the third autobi author that I will always pick up. Always, probably. It's kind of weird, but I will always pick it up. Moving on to the fourth on this list of autobi authors is one that I do believe only has 3 books released, but I do own all 3, and I have read all 3, so that's kind of an added bonus. So yeah, let me show you that author. Ugh, what was that voice? If you know what voice that was, let me know in the comments down below. I don't know, I'm kind of hyper. I'm talking about one of my favorite authors, so how can you blame me? Anyways, that author is Constantine. So she has The Promise of Amazing, The Season of You and Me, which is her 3rd and newest release, as well as, what is the name of the second book, which is a companion to the first one? The Secrets of Attraction. Dang, that Jeopardy music really helps you think. I don't know. Anyways, this is the first book. I really did enjoy the first book, and then I absolutely had to go and pick up the second book, and then her newest release, The Season of You and Me. I picked it up, read them. They were really cute young adult contemporaries. They're not like on the top of like 5-star reads for me. They're like a 3.5, maybe 4, sometimes more around the 3, 3.5. They're average reads, but they're just so darn cute and so fast-paced reads for me that I just can't help but pick them up. I don't know, the way she writes relationships and the problems are a little bit the same, tropey, same as every single kind of YA contemporary, but there's just something about it, again, almost like the E.L. James situation. I just love it. And the reason why I picked up the second one is because, of course, it was a companion novel and it follows some of the same characters that were mentioned within this one. The third one, I don't know if it was a companion series or not. Something's telling me that it wasn't, because I don't remember recognizing any of the characters. But all in all, super cute. Again, I love her writing. Her writing is simple again. I just love the simplicity of it. If there's a book that I just fly through and eat up, it's automatically going to be on my auto-buy author list, just because if I've enjoyed every single book of them so far, or the ones that are out, I'll be definitely picking up more. And especially if she goes out of her comfort zone away from YA contemporary, I'd really like to see where her writing goes, just because it is so simple and kind of the same tropey. But all in all, I will absolutely always pick up Robin Constantine. I just love, I don't know, the characters. I don't know how to explain it. I just will always pick up Robin Constantine. Like I said, she has the 3 books out. Read them all. Kind of insanely in love with them. But, again, Robin Constantine, she's written 3 books, and they are great, simple YA contemporary. If you guys are interested in simple YA contemporary reads, pick these up. Super fast-paced, super cute, just super cute. How many times can I say cute, 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 cute? It's cute. And moving on to the 5th and final auto-buy author on this list is one that is a newer writer, author, whichever. And she has only 2 books out, so I'm going to show you my favorite one of them and her newest release. And if you haven't guessed, that is Nicola Yoon. I have given both of her books 5 out of 5 stars, but this one was like 5 out of 5 stars better than the first book, which is Everything, Everything, and the movie Everything, Everything was absolutely perfect. So hands down to Nicola Yoon, because she has a way of expressing different types of characters and different authenticities of these characters, and she just adds in different elements, so different racial perspectives of characters, different, like this one follows just in a full day. I just love her writing, and it's so beautifully written, and it just flows so beautiful, like, oh my gosh. And her characters are just like, from the very first page that you hear their name and you hear them speak and you just see where they're coming from, you just absolutely fall in love with them. Even if it's almost like a disliked character, you just can't help but fall in love with them. Her writing is just absolutely beautiful, and she's not one to go into like deep detail about scenes, whereas some authors like spend like a whole page explaining what the room was and stuff like that. She goes into some detail, but she's not like over the top detail. She cares more about the characters, I find, and I just love a good book that focuses more on the characters. So then you get to really connect with them more, and you get to see where they're coming from. You get to see their whole atmosphere, what their life has been like, and you get to kind of understand more about them rather than just kind of going in, and you get more about the scenery than you do about the characters. So the characters aren't so rounded, they're just kind of flat, and these characters are just so well developed and perfectly, I just love them. Nicola Yoon, you have beautiful writing. If you are looking for a YA contemporary with different perspectives within racial views and stuff like that, this author is definitely for you. They are fast reads because they are just so lovable, and the characters, if you're looking for one that has beautifully written characters and well-rounded and well-developed characters, definitely Nicola Yoon is one that can put it into perspective within such a short time, and like in a day span this book follows, and the characters are like, feels like you have known them since like they were little, and you just connect with them so well within the story, even though it follows, like I said, a day span of this day going on in this book. It is absolutely perfect, and I just want her to write more so I can pick them up and read them. Oh my gosh, definitely Nicola Yoon. If you guys haven't read any of her books, pick them up. They are absolutely fantastic. Again, YA contemporary, but absolutely on point, perfect. And one of my all-time favorite authors, as to this day on the 22nd of November, or whatever day it is. I don't keep track. Anyways, those are all of my 5 auto-buy authors. There's probably more authors that I will auto-buy, but those are my top 5 that I will always pick up and get super excited when I hear that there's a new book coming out. Nicola Yoon, I haven't heard if they have a new book coming out, and of course John Green just recently released one. Colleen Hoover just recently released one, but as soon as they release another one, I'll be picking them up, and hopefully John Green doesn't take as long as he took to write Turtles All the Way Down, because I don't think I could go that long again without one of his books to read. So yeah, that is all for my 5 auto-buy authors. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Leave those comments down below of what authors you absolutely have to go out and buy right away. Whether it be a fantasy author. Mine are basically a contemporary YA kind of romance reads, but I just kind of seem to get drawn to those authors more. Amanda Hawking would be another honorable mention, but I don't own all of her books. I've only read the Switch trilogy or the Trials trilogy, but I do love her writing and I do own most of her books. So I guess I could put her in, but like I said, I just wanted to choose ones that I really did enjoy. So yeah, I'd like to know your auto-buy authors down below in the comments, as well as don't forget to follow me on my Instagram and Twitter, because Instagram I've been my pictures aren't the greatest, they're not major great bookstagram pictures, but I do show you guys what I am currently reading. Every single time I switch to a new book, I post a picture of it so you guys know exactly what I am reading. Twitter, I don't update too much because I'm not a huge fan of Twitter. So basically, it's just when I upload a video. Sometimes if I have something to say, I'll put it on there. But other than that, my main social media is definitely my Instagram, as well as if you guys would like to contact me or even talk to me, contact me in my business contact. I always say that it's for reviews and stuff, but if you guys are just looking to talk about books privately and you don't really want to know, definitely email me. That's always open no matter what. So yeah, that is all for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye-bye!